Hello and a warm welcome to you all. My name is Robin and I'm happy to present you our products. Let us have a brief look on my today's agenda. At first, I will tell you who we are. For those of you who already joined my presentation in the KNX HVAC conference, you can skip this chapter or going to solve a quiz because I changed one little detail. Then let me explain 3 of our 10 Smart Connect KNX products. The Sonos for integrate Sonos devices, the LOEWE for integrate LOEWE televisions, the Panasonic for integrate Panasonic televisions. Into it, of course, your KNX installation. And finally, one product from our Smart App series, the Axis for bringing Axis communication devices and KNX together. After that, we have time for your questions. First, I'd like to give you a short introduction of ISE. Our company was founded in 1996. Fans of real pop will remember the first single, Wannabe, from an unknown group named Spice Girls, became a #1 hit in more than 30 countries in that year. Today, over 120 talented technology specialists from all over the world are working together, and we are growing year by year. We love KNX. The KNX system is our professional passion. For over 20 years, we have been one of the most competent suppliers to large industrial companies in the area of building and house automation. We are located in Oldenburg, a 170,000 inhabitant city close to the North Sea, and one team located in Bonn, the old capital of Germany. ISE has already carried out projects for energy utilities and communication companies as well as for notable other companies from different sectors. Mainly, we help our customers to connect their systems for music, light, heating, security, nearly everything to KNX. This is our Smart Connect KNX series, which we sell since 2014. Our Smart Connect KNX series worked mostly as a gateway to integrate third-party vendors into the KNX system. My favorite product is the ISE Smart Connect KNX Hue Gateway, because this device makes it easy to bring an additional new lamp in the living room, even after years when the KNX installation is finished. But the most popular today is the remote access for remote service. You can reach the KNX installation of your customers from anywhere. By the way, we have released a new firmware that brings VPN to this device, and we have come up with something special, as often. If the standard layer 3 VPN is not enough, you can configure layer 2 VPN connections. But today's conference is about audio-video integration into the KNX. This is why I would like to go into details of the following 3 products from our Smart Connect KNX series. Sonos, LOEWE, Panasonic, and one software product, which is the Smart App KNX Axis. You ready? So let's start with the first product. The ISE Smart Connect KNX Sonos is a gateway to control your Sonos music players via KNX. With our gateway, your Sonos device works like KNX actuators. At first, the benefits of our products for the installer and KNX specialists. The gateway is easy to integrate with the following steps. At first, connect our device with a network in which the Sonos players are integrated. By the way, our gateway has an integrated LAN switch to connect devices easily within the power distribution cabinet of your customer. Secondly, connect our device with the external power supply and with the KNX bus. Last step, open the ETS, add our device with the online catalog in your project and put the IP addresses of the Sonos player in the parameter dialog, assign the group addresses to the group objects as you always do, download into the device, and that's it. And now, why should you integrate our device? Let's take a look at the benefits for your customer, the features of our product. Here are some examples of use case, but if you have more ideas, there are no limits. Is the light in your bathroom already switched on by a presence detector? Why not switch on your favorite tune-in radio station automatically at the same time? Perhaps you'd like to listen to the news in the morning, the latest charts during the day, and then something calming in the evening. You can create 10 groups of up to 6 players each. The players can join or leave the group via KNX group address. An example of using this feature is adding players to your party scene or using a door contact to connect or to disconnect players. Save your vocal cords and your nerves. Simply start the lunch call on your selected players with a push of a button, even if they are already playing something else or are muted. Your family will be notified and nothing else will stand in the way of lunch together. Use your Sonos system to simulate presence, for example, using a KNX motion detector. What thief is going to break in if they hear voices or loud dog barking? Why only use the standard doorbell when you can have the door gong played on all Sonos players while pausing music playbacks? Visitors will never go unnoticed again. That was my brief introduction of our Smart Connect KNX Sonos. On the left side, you see the technical data. The price is €345 excluding taxes. If you have any further questions, ask me after my presentation, give us a call, or write an email. So let's move from music to television. The Smart Connect KNX LOEWE is our gateway to integrate LOEWE televisions into the KNX system. With one device, you are able to integrate 1 or 2 LOEWE televisions into a KNX system. In this example, we have a household with 3 TVs shown, so we need a second ISE device for full integration. At first, the benefits of our product for the installer and KNX specialist. The gateway is easy to integrate with the following steps. Just connect our device with the same network in which the televisions are integrated. You already know most of our devices included an integrated LAN switch to connect devices easily within the tower distribution cabinet of your customer. Connect our device with the external power supply and with the KNX bus. Last step, open the ETS, add our device from the online catalog in your project and put the IP addresses or the host names of the television in the parameter dialog. Assign the group addresses to the group objects as you always do, download into the device, and that's it. Our device can be completely configured via ETS. And now, why should you integrate our device? Let's take a look at the benefits for your customer, the features of our product. The day begins, the blinds open, and light slowly fills the bedroom. The motion detector recognizes that you have gotten up and switched the television on in the kitchen to show the news. Start your movie night by switching on the television. The blinds darken the room automatically, and a suitable lighting mood brings a cozy atmosphere into the room. When you leave your house, your smart home switches into absence mode. Besides switching the light off, it can also put the television into standby mode. Or perhaps it will be part of an occupied home simulation, if you like that. It's entirely up to you. Looking at your TV and find out whether guests are already at the door. Sitting on the couch, you can comfortably see the image of the auto camera on TV screen. Your smart washer has finished, movement in the garden, display self-defined messages on your TV screen, comfortable and individual. That was my brief introduction of our Smart Connect KNX LOEWE. On the left side, you see the technical data. The price is €335 excluding taxes. If you have any further question, ask me after my presentation, give us a call or write an email. But LOEWE is not the only television manufacturer we support. Let's move to the colleagues of Panasonic. The Smart Connect KNX Panasonic is our gateway to integrate Panasonic televisions into the KNX system. With one device, you are able to integrate up to 4 Panasonic televisions into a KNX system. Please refer to the Panasonic compatibility list for supported Panasonic models and countries, which can be found on our product homepage www.ise.de. At first, the benefits of our product for the installer and KNX specialists. The gateway is easy to integrate with the following steps. Just connect our device with the same network in which the televisions are integrated. And the Panasonic gateway also includes an integrated LAN switch to connect different devices easily within the power distribution cabinet of your customer. Connect our device with the external power supply and with the KNX bus. Last step, open the ETS, add our device from the online catalog in your project, and put the IP addresses or the host names of the televisions in the parameter dialog. Assign the group addresses to the group objects, as you always do, download into the device, and that's it. Our device can be completely configured via ETS. And now, why should you integrate our device? Let's take a look at the benefits for your customer, the features of our product, which are of course close to the features for other gateways for televisions. A smart day begins, raising blinds slowly let in daylight. Your Panasonic TV welcomes you with your favorite news channel. You leave your home and not only lights are switched off, your Panasonic TV switched to standby, or it becomes part of an occupied home simulation. How to save energy? After a defined time in standby, the socket of your Panasonic TV is switched off. It is switched on again by a TV scene or a motion detector. Your day was busy. It's time to enjoy your evening. Your individual cinematic experience starts by turning on your Panasonic TV. Blinds darken the room, lights and sounds create a cozy mood. Only popcorn and friends give you a greater cinematic experience. Looking at your TV and find out whether guests are already at the door. Sitting on the couch, you can comfortably see the image of the auto camera on TV screen. Your smart washer has finished. Movement in the garden displays self-defined message text on your TV. Comfortable and individual. That was my brief introduction of our Smart Connect KNX Panasonic. On the left side, you see the technical data. The price is €335 excluding taxes. If you have any further question, ask me after my presentation, give us a call or write an email. Finally, we will talk about a manufacturer you might know from very good cameras, for example, with integrated car license plate control. But they produce more than just cameras, and we will connect a lot of their products with the KNX bus. Let's go to Axis. The smart app KNX Axis is the world's first KNX connection plugin for networking products from the Axis Communications company. Let's have a look how to integrate. Our app is an app with no additional hardware. Install our app on your Axis IP product. By the way, it was the world's first certified KNX product without certified hardware, but of course with full ETS support. Please notice that there are some devices which are currently not compatible with our Axis app. For example, all models with ARC64 processors. Please refer to our product homepage, www.ise.de. And if you'd like to get informed about new supported models and features, just sign in to our newsletter on our website. With our app, the Axis communication device becomes a KNX IP device. That means to communicate with the KNX Twisted Pair bus, a standard KNX IP router, here for example a Gira 2167, is necessary. Now I would like to give you a very small overview how to configure the communication between Axis device and KNX. As you see on the screen, the programming button to download the physical address into the device is virtual, means it is in the software. At the same site, you have to add a recipient. If your camera firmware is older than version 9.60, it looks different, but everything is well described in our product manual, which can be downloaded on our product website at www.ise.de. In the ETS parameter dialog, you select the data point types and the trigger behavior. Communications from KNX to Axis device is called trigger. Communication from Axis to KNX is called notification. And now, why should you install our app? Let's take a look at the benefits for your customer, the features of this product. Who needs dozens camera shots of trees moving in the wind or moths flitting around the light? In future, use your KNX motion detector to start recording and record only those things which are important. If you'd like to enjoy the garden, deactivate motion detection and/or activate the private zone mask of your camera, for example with the KNX door contact on your terrace door. Now, switching off of the PoE power supply is no longer necessary. If unauthorized persons come closer to your house, the camera registers this movement and not only starts recording, but also switches on the lighting and television via KNX and play announcement, for example dog barking or voices, for example by using the Sonos sound system. There are no limits to imagination. For Axis, there are a huge amount of third-party apps, for example, sabotage notification. Message from all these apps can be also moved into the KNX system with our app. For example, someone sabotaged your camera by covering it or spraying it with paint. As soon as this happens, an alarm is triggered and you are notified. This enables you to actively intervene in the event as it unfolds, not after the saboteur has finished the job. Don't just integrate network-only cameras into the KNX. Include your door stations from Axis Communications as well. Use the call button to play a ringtone using the KNX and Axis or Sonos sound system, for example. Or, if the residents are hearing impaired, whether old or young, in combination with our Hue gateway, the lights start flashing when the doorbell rings. And don't forget to put a notification to your LOEWE or Panasonic television. Your loudspeakers from Axis Communications can be integrated into your KNX system as well. This enables the control of loudspeaker playback in your shop over KNX, for example. And last but not least, we have one more tip for you. Axis has a lot of models with movable lens. Using our app, the lens can be moved via KNX switch group object, and you know what that means. The camera is normally looking to the entrance, but when a KNX motion detector recognizes something behind the camera, it can trigger the camera lens to move and have a look what's going on. I think that is enough for the smart app KNX Axis. The price for one license is €99 excluding taxes. And as you can see, we have really good package prices. The price for 10 licenses is only €608.85 excluding taxes. Take your time to check. You can register the application as a 30-day test license and download it from the Axis Communications webpage. With the test version, communication with the KNX stops after 2 hours. Communication will only work again for 2 more hours after restarting the application. If you have any further question, ask me after my presentation, give us a call or write an email. That was my overview about some of our smart solutions for different audio and video components. Firstly, I talked about who ISE is. Secondly, I discussed how to connect Sonos music player via the ISE Smart Connect gateway to KNX. Thirdly, I explained the connection of LOEWE televisions with KNX. Then I presented you a similar product for Panasonic televisions. And last but not least, I covered our Axis app for connecting Axis ACAP devices with the KNX system. Thank you all very much for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Bye-bye and greetings from me, Robin, and the whole ISE team.
Thanks, Robin. And with your Smart Connect series, you certainly integrate a lot of systems into KNX, including the Sonos Sound and Philips Hue, and I understand even the Valiant heating systems. Personally, I love the idea of the Axis movable lens. That was an exciting part. Before I get to some of the questions from the audience, I wanted to mention you recently celebrated last month 25 years of ISE, and I like the wording in the press release, over 100 nerds from all over the world and a quarter century of experience. That was certainly an achievement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob. So we got a present from our bosses at home because of the COVID issue, and yeah, get some champagne and some confetti and things like that. Was really cool, really cool.
It sounds like it was well deserved too. So let's move on to the audience questions. They have a lot of questions. Some of them kind of group into areas. So the first question is, you did a very good job on very specific models from well-known manufacturers, and I guess it raised in them questions about, will you support additional TV models? And do you plan to integrate Samsung TVs? Is there planning to connect LG WebOS, the WebOS, and the AirPlay or Apple AirPlay HomeKit? Maybe you should address this question of, all the things you connect.
We like to connect everything with everything, but it's quite complicated. You can't do it without the manufacturer. So we need Samsung, for example, within to invent such a product, because the firmware has to be has to match, and this is the only thing. So if the manufacturer will ask us, well, we like to have a KNX gateway, will we work together? Sure, we will.
Okay, I think that's clear enough. There's another question here that was slightly different. That is, will you support additional TV models, or do you expect that these will no longer be needed as KNX provides IoT, the API, to the TV manufacturers?
Well, this is, yeah, of course, this is a thing, but it depends on your wishes. If you like to have a standalone installation without the internet, without the IoT services, and without, you will all keep in your hand and will have a benefit on the features and not combine everything with which IoT configuration and things like this. So our TV devices can be fully supported via ETS. So there's nothing else you have to do in some web pages or portals or things like this. Yeah, the KNX installer just take the TV, the IP address, the ETS, that's it. So it's
okay.
every time it's the same way to integrate our gateway. So the installer has always the same way and does not need to check, well, this is a new model, how is this portal works, looks like this. He knows ISE, okay, this is the way.
So would you say, for example, when you have future models of the products, that you've shown that we're integrating, do these automatically update with firmware? Is that the point? Or
Yes.
How they automatically update with firmware? Okay.
Yes. So they can be updated over the product website. And of course, if they change something significant, you have to change the product database, of course, as well. But all devices will be supported.
All right.
With future firmwares.
Okay, that's one of the audience questions, and they would like to ask if we need to add more Sonos or more TVs, more than the max. Do they need to add extra ISE gateways, or are they all on the same network?
Yes, this is possible. So you can add, if you think the 10 groups with each 6 players are not enough, you can add an additional Sonos group. As I explained in the LOEWE television, for example, you can configure 2 televisions with 1 gateway. And if you have 3 or 4 televisions, well, just take an additional gateway from us.
So just to be clear, because one of the readers did ask, for LOEWE integration, we have to connect 2 gateways together, or can we connect on a switch individually?
You mean the connection? Well, this doesn't matter. You can have one with an external LAN and take the second one with the second LAN jack, or you take a switch or another gateway or another room. This doesn't matter. LAN is LAN. So okay. They have their own IP address and they will get in the LAN.
I'm going to be quoting you in the future on this, Robin. LAN is LAN. I love it. It sounds like something we should keep and preserve. I noticed you have a new firmware version for 6.1 for the Smart Connect remote access, and this has a VPN feature. Can you mention that?
Yes, I know. It's quite cool. It's really amazing. I love it. So we work together with OpenVPN. So we have a standard and create an OVPN file that you can download and integrate into your smartphone, into your Windows client, and anything else.
It really sounds cool. I have another audience question I want to raise is, do you have a way to control booterus heaters? I mentioned the Valiant heater, so I guess someone would like to know about the booterus.
Well, if somebody of Budarus is in the audience, write us an email.
Yeah, it's like anything else, right? You can connect it, but you need the manufacturer to cooperate.
Of course, the e-bus of the heatings are special, and we have to take it with the manufacturer.
Yeah, of course. All right, now I wanted to raise something slightly different, and it's only because it hasn't come up in the 2 days, and I think it's kind of important to mention because the thing about AV is that it's everywhere, and people like their entertainment to move with them. And I noticed that you just launched, or I should say, you're going to launch a Smart Connect KNX eCharge 2 that brings electric mobility to the smart home. And for a lot of e-car fans, it's been very difficult to get their own charging station into the KNX home. So I thought you might mention that.
Yes, of course. It is, and our eCharge 2 will come with dynamic load management. So we take care of your whole house to have enough energy for everything. So if you have, for example, you are cooking, have the dishwasher or something in the oven, we will reduce the energy for the charging point.
Well, this is, has to be exciting for people, particularly with the legislation coming in promoting the sale of electronic vehicles, and I think that's going to be very interesting. Is there anything else that we should have asked that we failed to ask you about ISE? It seems to me that you've have a very flexible product line. You've been working for 25 years. What's changed in the last few years, in your opinion, the most?
Well, I think really it is more common to use KNX. Smart homes are some popular in the moment. Well, when we started with this stuff, it was something for nerds or for people with really a huge amount of money. And nowadays it becomes more popular like this. And I think this teleservicing, the remote access, for example, this is also a scene because the integrator are living in Munich, for example, and get some buildings in Hamburg, and from what this means. So coming from the whole German Republic with a car is not such a thing. So remote services is really a big theme, and this is why we also added this VPN stuff. We have, of course, some installers who have built some fincas at Mallorca in Spain, and they control them from Munich with our devices. So I think this IoT internet access remote service thingy, this will go on.
Yes, I think these are the things that are going to impact us the most in the near future. Robin, thank you very much for answering our questions and joining us today. I'm going to let you get on, and I'm going to try to sum up here for the audience. Thank you.
Bob, thank you for having me here. Thank you for my presentation.